What's going on over in Junkies? Has it been advanced yet?
Um, no, me and Nana, I think we were looking through the who needs to be forced and stuff. I think I was still waiting on like a game, not like to be played, but just to see the DMs or something.
Yeah, well, we need to get that advance. It's almost 11. That ship should have been hit too. They don't respond to you, you know what to do.
All right. Look, Junkies. Uh, there's some for Cowboys Dallas.
I'm heartless, spineless. I'm a cold ass young man. Everything's set. Alright, injuries off. Yes, sir.
Same with the other league. I'm about to hit it. I'm
Vacation,
checking.
home team for the Saints. Vacation, away win for the Texans. Coming home late, Panthers get the force. The West didn't show up for the time. First one, hitter. And then 50-50, their times ain't meet.
Injuries off. Okay, I'm about to hit Junkies. And I'm about to resend our trade. Because I didn't get to play my week last week.
Don't you know, no good. Don't you know, no good.
Good alert. Has
Alright, as we waiting for people to sign on. Tune the hell in. We get all on to G-High, on to G-High. When I make my Jaguars are probably we already seen all that shit. Anything going on there? Where Adam Scheffner at? Any trades going down? Let's go look at the trade talk real fast. See what's going on in trades. Alright, breaking news. RDL5. Week 1, we had the 49ers trade cornerback Jaden Hill to the Falcons. Falcons gave the 49ers a 2027 second round pick. Nice situation right there. He got a steal. What was a steal? I don't get how you guys approve shit, bro. I promise you. I don't think the corner was worth a second, but here's what happens when I'm not paying attention to trades. It's not worth a second, bro. It's not worth a second on Star. Not at this point right now. No way. He got robbed in this trade. Let's see. This has been a week 1 trade. Let's see how Jaden Hill has been playing. Let's see if he's even a starter for this team.
That would be interesting.
AJ Terrell still has the #1 nod. Josh Thompson's here. He is the 3rd corner over here. Is he in the sub packages? Let's see. Nope. Well, yeah, he's still. I mean, he's playing. Let's see what numbers he got. Type of shit he's doing since he's been a Falcon. Let's see what type of numbers Jaden Hill has. First of all, on Star, he does got some good speed though. Solid. 84 zone, 86 man. Still, I mean, at the end of the day, he needs to be built. 6 foot. Not bad, not bad. I just don't see. God damn. Sound like a motherfucker truck went off. Hit the. Yeah, like, you heard that shit? Sound like a truck hit the curb and scraped the curb. Alright, so let's see what he did. Season 49ers, he played at 40 nothing. He had an interception in that game, a couple tackles. Really hasn't been doing anything. I don't know, man. I don't know if that was worth a second round pick at all. I don't think so. I think at the fact that at this point, because he wasn't on Superstar, that just doesn't work out for me in my opinion. But he is here. He is 23 years old. It does give him some good depth and speed at corner, though. I will say that. I'm not mad at it. Let's get back over to the transactions and the trades that went down. What's going on? Tell me what you done for me. Alright, let's get back down to the breakdown. Alright, so Jaguars. Here's an interesting trade right here. Here's an interesting trade. Alright, so here we go. Jaguars trade wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. Jaguars trade free safety Trayvon Moorridge. What else went down in this trade? Is that it? Alright, so we had 2 player trades. Jaguars also traded 2027 3rd round pick. And the Bengals traded quarterback D'Eriq King to the Jaguars for 2 really good players and a 3rd round pick. And this is how you win when you do moves right now. So does that tell me if you giving up that? I mean, you have to go look at the Jaguars team. They give up the most right now. Let's talk about the Jaguars first in this trade, and then we'll come back and see what happens with the Bengals in this trade. So we're gonna go to the Jaguars roster, and we're gonna see who be GMing their asses off. All right, so the Jags. My first question will be this: they have Bryce Young in the building already X Factor. He's a dual threat. He got 89 speed, 93 acceleration, 96 throw power. All you did was upgrade in speed, but did you upgrade to a better quarterback is the question. So what we'll say is we do know D'Eriq King has, he was a project for the dirty ass Ohio, dirty ass Cincinnati, Ohio. He was a project for them. They really never got it going in the way they was trying to make that go with having that type of quarterback. So the Bengals went with the dual threat quarterback. Again, 5'11", 190. We saw that with Kyler Murray being this small, being able to play football in the league and be able to do some good things at that height. Not too shabby that it showed up for the Bengals. I think the Bengals had something good with this quarterback, and then he got hurt for 9 weeks, and then came back off that injury, and didn't seem like he really gathered himself from that. So let's take a look at it. 98.2 QB rating in his first year, 3,034 yards, 27 touchdowns, 19 picks. This is, I am having a day. We found our franchise quarterback type. Like, are we playing with a franchise quarterback here right now, right? And with that being said, in that same year, he rushed for 519 and 16 rushing touchdowns. So at this point, we talking about the AFC North, the black and blue division, the division that can really run the ball really well as a whole, are trending up now, because not only is Lamar Jackson the best dual threat in the league, they just got another guy over here that's doing it in a big way as well. 16 rushing touchdowns, bro, in the NFL. That's big as a quarterback. He had half a man, 519. He averaged 6.4 yards a carry. So at this point right now, you're looking at Derek King like, and the only questions you're going to have is the same questions you will have with a dual threat quarterback is, can he sustain that type of play at a high level without being injured? We saw Lamar learning the ropes of not really taking major hits and sliding, and he's still, at this point, Lamar's a dual threat, but he's still working on the passing game. He's never going to be a complete drop back guy and dot guys up all game long from the pocket. It's just not his style play. The game doesn't even allow him to play that way. He's going to be sporadic on passes. He's not going to make it. And Derek King, I think with him, it was more like, you know what? We not sliding, we not doing none of that shit. We getting the yards. We got to win by all means necessary. And I think this right here, the 11 break tackles show you that. I mean, you're dealing with a baby running back in the backfield, for real. A running back that can throw the ball a little bit. And then the fact that he threw in the passing game, he threw 27 touchdowns versus 19 picks. Just under 60% as a completion percentage, 98.2, just under 100 at the QB rating. So all these things signs was looking up. Like, Derek King might be the franchise quarterback for the Bengals, and move over Lamar as another runner in town that can do some things from the quarterback spot with their feet as well as their arm. And then he comes into the next season and got hurt like week 2, and he missed like 10 games, 10 weeks or something like that. And he never recovered. So in my opinion, I think the injury really killed him. As you can see the numbers, 16 touchdowns, 25 picks, 1953. He coming back into a sophomore year, really trying to open the playbook up a little bit more for him, and then you lose him for 10 weeks. And he never gathered himself after that, because then the following year, 79.5, his QB rating went all the way down. 2,411 yards, 22 touchdowns, 31 picks. His only thing went up for him was his completion percentage. And I think that at that point, I think the Bengals realized, you know what, we can't go in this direction at all. But there's other teams out there that run that type of RPO college style football, like the Ravens. There's other teams out there that do it, and I can see why he will go to the Jaguars, because that's the absolute offense that they want to run. They want to DC Snake Eyes want to go back to his 2020 Madden dish, where he can run jet sweeps, quarterback powers, and all types of things there with a fast quarterback. So my question is, you had that guy on your roster, Bryce Young. So let's see, since he's been the coach for them, what he's been doing and why you would make a move like that, because this is somebody's winner right here. Bryce Young can go to some programs right now. Okay, Bryce Young can go to some teams right now and be a fucking monster for him, and with doing both dual threat and running. Now, if I'm the Bengals, this would have been part of my trade. If I'm the Bengals, I would have tried to make Bryce Young a part of that trade. And the only way you don't is if you needed, absolutely needed those positions, right? But I would have tried to make Bryce Young a part of that trade. But then again, you think about it like this: you went from a 5'11" quarterback. Why would you go back to another one? Barely 6 foot guy, right? And you went with the dual threat quarterback, and that's just not your style of play, obviously, because you're trying to get away from that. So again, the Bengals are smart at this moment, right? They getting rid of a player like that to move on. All right, but that leaves a void there. I'm not worried about the Bengals. I'm gonna tell you why when I go to their roster. But Bryce Young, let's see what he has done. Um, with these numbers right here, bro, I can see why you're looking for another quarterback, right? Um, and you don't want to go away from your scheme, so I can see why. But the fact that Bryce Young is playing like shit for Jacksonville, I think that's a coaching thing. I think they got him in a system that he's not. He doesn't. Bryce Young is an athletic quarterback that can really beat you from the pocket. He's not the guy that you want to give a lot of carries to, where you got him running the ball. Like these type of situations, to me, I think is too much going on right now in the run game. He cannot be the focal point and be having design runs completely for him. He's the type of quarterback that you design maybe two runs, 2, 3 during the game, but he's the guy. He can drop back and really beat you from the pocket, but he's mobile enough to get around. Like he doesn't have to be running for 100 yards a game, but he could also buy time with the athletic ability he had. And I saw Bryce Young as that type of quarterback, not the type that you want to line up and read options and do all that type of stuff with all game long. He's the type that he can escape the pocket. He can get himself extra time. He can make plays while on the move, out of the pocket, and still make good throws up and down the field. That's the type of player Bryce Young is to me. I just think he's in the wrong offense, so I'm not mad at Snake from trying to go get him a quarterback to fit his mold and what he wants to do. And he upgraded on speed. But my question is, are you intrigued by 92-92 versus 89-93? Like, do you think he made this trade because this guy was that fast? 92 speed, 92 excel. Like, is that a question that we can ask ourselves? Because with that being said, you look at the quarterbacks in the league right now, and the top 5 quarterbacks speed-wise will be Lamar Jackson 1, Justin Fields 2, Malik Willis 3, Derek King is 4. So you got the 4 fastest quarterback in the league. Then you get Caden Salter, who just came in the league, 91 speed, 92 excel. Kyler Murray still there. Trey Lance is there. Bam Gorey, Harvey, and Shador Sanders are all your 90 speed or above quarterbacks right now. So, and the fact that we're under 10 of those still has amazed me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's a
7,
lot of
8,
89s and
9,
88s in the
10.
league.
Right. So we 10 on the dot there. We got some guys that's probably going to jump up because they only 1 point away from that 90. But again, Derek King is the number 4 fastest at the time. He was the number 3 fastest quarterback in the league. So with that being said, is that the main reason why you think the Jaguars coach made this trade? I need a faster quarterback to really get this offense
Knowing
to
the
do what I want to do.
Jaguars, yeah, definitely. Just something to give a nice little spark. He's already been. This would be his second year with Bryce, so although he wasn't the first 2 years with that same player, they didn't have the same coach, the Jags, the first 2 years, but I think that's what he's kind of looking for, is just like speed to be able to make more plays.
When you take over a team, whether it's the NFL, college, whatever the case may be, or Madden, when you take over a team, the first thing you want to do is get your guys in the building. So the first thing you got to do is get your quarterback, right? So Bryce Young wasn't his quarterback. He inherited Bryce Young. And I just think he had no strings attached to him. I don't think he was married to that quarterback at all. So because he wasn't married to him, he wanted his guy. He never was able to get him out the draft. So he went in through the league and got him a guy. Now, the capital he gave up to get a Derek King right now. Let's see
Marvin Harrison Jr.
what Derek King has done since he's been a Jaguar. All right, so 60%, 514 yards. He looked like he off to the same start. 2 touchdowns, 8 INTs right now. And you throwing him into the Wolves. I will slowly, try to get this together. You don't want this quarterback to be a bust. Oh yeah, we're getting away from that word too, man. My boy Kwame said no busts running around. We don't want this guy to underachieve. Simple as that, right? So now, with that being said, let's go look at why he was able to give up a receiver like a Marvin Harrison. Well, they just spent the #1 pick in
Oh
last
yeah,
year's
yeah,
draft on Deion Smith. 6'2". Now Marvin was 6'4" with like 92, 93 speed, like 94 acceleration, but he was a
90.
dog, right? But speed kills. To be able to run the type of offense you want to, because they throw verticals. This team, they want to throw the ball vertically down. They want to stretch the field, throw bombs, jet sweep you to death. Quarterback runs you to death and hand the ball off to their running back, their fast running back. That's what they want to do. They want to utilize their speed three ways: through the quarterback position, through the running back position, and through throwing vertical passes up and down the field. They want to catch you chasing and run and throw bombs on you. They want to bomb away. And I think when you're doing that and you asking the quarterback to throw down the field like that, you don't have a high. There's no way you're gonna have a high completion percentage. It's gonna always be low, and you're gonna take the risk of being able to throw more picks and touchdowns all the time. So with that being said, you still got DJ Chark here at 29 years old. They brought in Jerry Jeudy at 27. Chenault, he's there. I don't think he touches the field. You had Chris Olave. He just needed some time to play. We all like, I'm a Chris Olave fan. And then you go spend the #1 draft pick on Deion Smith. You moved up to get the #1 draft pick to spend on Deion Smith, and you got you that speed burner right now. So with that being said, I think they can afford it. They didn't lose anything by getting rid of a Marvin Harrison. The only thing they lose with Marvin Harrison is that 6'4", 97 special catch type shit, 96 special catch. I'll get to him and really get the real numbers to him in a second. But you use that red zone threat. But I don't think you need it. I mean, this kid Deion Smith got 98 special catch right now. Right now with 97 speed, and then he's not one of these 5'11", 5'10", Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle type receivers with that type of speed. This kid's 6'2". So he got the height and got the bunnies too, and he jumping out the building. So I think they don't lose nothing here when they get rid of Marvin Harrison Jr. They get rid of a Marvin Harrison Jr. and I think he goes to a team that's going to really utilize him, because we really didn't get to see. Marvin was really highly sought after coming out his year. He came out in the draft. He was one of the top receivers in that draft class. But we never really got to see him get it going over here as a Jaguar. So I know Marvin, when he found out he was getting traded, he gave them the fucking military salute. I appreciate you. We're out of here. I'm talking about, let me get my career started now, because these guys have me over here just sitting around and shit. I need to play. But DJ Chark is the alpha male over here. Jeudy as well. You can get him going too. And then Olive and Deion Smith right now. So Deion's probably their guy. They're gonna chase him right now to get him going. But I don't think they lost out getting rid of a Marvin Harrison. Now you go take it to the safety position, because they got rid of one of the top safeties from the first draft class. All right, you clean up money there. You still got Javon Holland, one of the better cover safeties in the league. As you can see, Javon Holland's already 99th out after 6 seasons. 92 speed, 95 excel, 95 man, 95 zone. The guy got 86 pressure. You go really lock him down on third receivers, tight ends, all types of shit, because he has the cover. Because he's one of the top cover safeties in the league, right? And then you go to the strong safety side. They snatch up Bubba Bowden. I really was looking at him the entire I was looking at him for a couple days, yeah. But I swear to God, I knew Snake would be the one to come hop on, don't play a game, hop on, or he play his game, hop on, go right to free agency, see what the fuck's slagging out there, and grab him.
He made the signs last night, like Bubba Bolden and somebody.
But that's a Snake move right there. That's what he do.
6'3".
That's the type of shit he do. All right, now, but my question is, you really got to play him at free safety, strong safety, because you're not going to better. Oh my God, you're not going to better drop back there and do sub linebacker shit. So you got to deal with him where he's at right now, at safety.
I think he is at safety because go down. He's got Sab. I think Sab's at the. I think he was doing Sab and Commander at sub linebacker.
Damn. Hold on for a second. How big is that?
I think he's 215. I'm pretty sure he is. Almost positive he's 215. Let me go look. Six-three, 215.
We can play him down at the one middle at the linebacker spot now. Sub.
I think he did it during our game. I don't know if he did it often, but I think he did it during our game.
Murder shit. Jesus. Oh, nah, we ain't doing it. We're going to have to chill. Chill all the way the fuck out. God damn. Murder was the case that they gave me. No, sir.
No siree.
Alright, yeah, so 215, 6'3", and he came, he came with an X factor on him out of the draft last year. So Keon Sabb, again, I'm going, I got off track here. I was distracted just now. But getting rid of Trayvon Moorridge doesn't kill him because look what they got. And again, you pick up Bubba Bolden at 94 overall, star athlete. He ain't bad, 88 hit power. He can cover as well, 86 man, 91 zone. He's not bad to have. That was a great pickup out of free agency. So you get rid of that kid. So to me, they didn't lose anything in that trade except for a draft pick.
Yeah.
Because all those pieces was expendable. They didn't have to really, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have to run from nothing. They didn't have to recover at all. And they was able to go on free agency and get real sneaky, real fast, and get Bubba Bolden. But it's the crazy thing because a lot of people probably saw this guy in free agency, but what they saw was 89 speed and wasn't attracted to him at all. But this is a dog at safety. I mean, I had to literally stop myself for going to go sign this guy because it would just been a pointless sign because we don't need him. But like I kept saying, like I don't believe nobody has played with this guy yet or picked him up. I don't even know how he's still sitting in free agency, but whatever. Snake is not going to miss nothing. So if you let somebody hang out there, he coming to snatch him right up. And wrap that whole snakeness around them. Come here, squeeze the life out of you. Now, with that being said, they didn't really lose anything at all. Draft pick wise, they just lost his third round pick. I don't think that hurt them. Their team is loaded at this point right now, so them losing that draft pick doesn't kill them. Now, on the other end of things right now, let's go look at the Bengals off that trade. What does this do for the Bengals roster? So the first name I'm going to start at is go back to the kid that I need to go to, Marvin Harrison. He comes on this roster. He's the third best receiver on this roster. In my opinion, he's the best receiver on this roster right now. Here's why. He's only a 92 overall because the guy that had him wasn't using him and didn't develop him like he should have been. The Bengals is going to develop this guy. So he's going to get him involved right away. Now you finally got your true number one. A true number one receiver. And Marvin Harrison Jr. I think you play him at the number one. That moves Mechie to the two receiver. And John Ross is still here at 30 years old. He still got the speed. But I like Mario Williams as the slot guy over there. Big time. They did draft rookie Lamont Rivers. To me, he'll be a special teams guy right now. Work his way in. I think it's going to be a season or two before he becomes a really type of threat. But you got matchups you could do. Put him on formation subs and put him on the field and let him run long. You know what I'm saying? And do some things where you get the ball in his hand and see what happens. I like G. Scott as the big body receiver over here for the red zone too. So now you got two guys that you can literally line up in the red zone, come out I formation, and get guys plan a run. And from the 20-yard line going in, these two guys, Marvin Harrison and him, are going to better make big time plays on receivers when they get one-on-one, especially when you're trying to stop the run. And they do one thing well, which is run the ball over here. So I like this receiving core. If I'm him, I'm going to start cutting down on some of these names. It's time for T. Higgins. And you can't cut T. Higgins because you'll get a 16.1 penalty. So you got to live with that, and you got to live with John Ross. So while they're here, try to get something out of him. But I would, really want that. Now, John Ross you use because, even though he's 30 now, he's still going to be the guy that make some big plays for you. He's going to be short-handed, and he's going to catch the tough catches because of his awareness and stuff right now at his age. But I think now with Mechie or Michi, however you want to say it, Marvin Harrison, Mario Williams. Now you got three really good receivers. And then the X factor out of them all is Lamont Rivers. You see what he can do with that speed. Let's see if Marvin been used since he's been here. Look what I'm saying. Got him involved right away. 8 catches, 74 yards, 9.3 yard average, 14.8 yards a game, 14.8 yards. That's a game? Oh, Lord. 1 touchdown. Now, I like this because you got to get used to him right now. So I like this receiver as a true number 1 over here. And I think Marvin Harrison is an upgrade, helps this Bengals team out when it comes down to looking at the receivers over here. I like Marvin Harrison. You got the big name guy. He should sell some tickets. Simple as that. And he should get the crowd going. For really, bro. I like this guy over here. I like Marvin Harrison here, bro. Like, man, don't be surprised if he ain't a Raven before it's all said and done. I'll try to go get him. And then over here at safety, they still got McPherson. They get Trayvon Moorridge. All right, so what do? Isaiah Pryor, Trayvon Moorridge, Jesse Bates. Now my question is this: what do you do with this? Is he going to play Trayvon over Isaiah Pryor? Because at this point, maybe one safety. Now Jerron McPherson might be a situation I gotta go check. Matter of fact, can somebody check on his weight
in real life?
Mm-hmm. He's gonna have to use something for trade bait over here. Jesse Bates is the superstar, but you know he's getting up there long in the tooth as well. I might have would have went for something else than Trayvon Moorridge. But they kind of loaded.
Kansas City, Kansas, K-State,
yeah,
K-State, yeah, 200 pounds, 6'1".
200 on the dot.
Yep, on the dot.
All right. Yeah. All right. I don't know how much involved he's gonna get. This kid over here, you got some things you got to figure out when it comes out of your safety position. But I do like the Marvin Harrison trade right now. So that was the Bengals and the Jaguars. Who won in that trade?
If I don't know, because unless Snake plans on using Derek King, then he lost.
Like when we played just now, I got Bryce Young at first for like the first half, maybe first 3 quarters, and then out of nowhere, just sneaking in random bits of Derek King.
Yeah, because he's not going. You got to get him. You know what I mean? Got to get him familiar with the team and all that. So I get that part of it.
So
now,
for right now, I might say the Bengals, but well, I guess if the Bengals are really going like pocket passer, definitely the Bengals, because I feel like Joey, they got their guy and they just added.
So now
is
Young signed then, or is he on a contract? Like, is he under contract?
I'm not sure, but I think he'll be up this year though.
If anything, I feel like he'll just put Bryce on the block as the year.
Is Joey yelling? Because look, Joey Yellen has played for this team even when Derek King was hurt. So is he the guy? Is he the guy over here? I mean, at this point,
we have to assume so, right?
Is he the starter? Is Joey Yellen the starter, or is he playing Matt Corral?
What was the last? Did he play his last? He played his last game against Circle Bob. I'm about to go see. Just out of curiosity, who got to start that?
Playing Joey.
Yeah, he played Joey.
Right. I don't think they tied to this quarterback. Rumors have it that they're looking to go get the Vikings backup quarterback that they just drafted this year. Let's go look at the Vikings quarterback.
5-star?
Yeah. What if they get the 5-star Quinn Ewers? They can get him over here. I think that's a game changer for them.
I ain't seen his tape, but yeah,
or do they get through the season with Joey Yellen at quarterback, and then go get one of the top quarterbacks coming out of the draft this year?
I guess
I
that's
can
just
see
how
that
the
too.
Bengals. I guess that depends on how the Bengals coach feels about necessarily putting
They
these guys
gotta
in
be
that
well. They gotta
situation.
be planning to make the playoffs. Period. So I can't see them tanking and trying to like, you know what I mean. They
Yeah,
gotta play. It's time at this point. You gotta win some
I would
games now.
go. I would inquire about Quinn because the Vikings coaches seem to express that he's not really something of service to him. So I would inquire just to see, and then
Yeah, but this trade
I mean
was
they
approved already. It was in the main. It was in the rules chat. So I don't
for the
understand why it
Yeah,
haven't
but
Vikings.
been
they
made
said
yet.
never mind. They said never
Oh,
mind.
oh,
There's
oh!
some
I didn't know
But
that.
he told me he was still
I'm
going after
lacking
him.
information.
Trades approved. Well, Fo, what's the deal with this situation right here?
I was about to say I'm lacking
Did y'all
information on
did
this one.
y'all did y'all renege on this trade or what? Because it was in the chat and it was approved. I do remember seeing that. Is there a reason why Quinn Ewers did he not pass the physical or something? What happened? I need to know. We need to know these things. Why isn't
He
he on the Bengals roster already?
It went from 3 to 11 real quick. The whole league just on notice.
We
You.
didn't know it was approved. All right, well the trade's approved. Yeah, it definitely got approved. So you guys need to make that trade now. Help is on the way. Now, with that being said, does that help is the Bengals in a better situation with that Jaguars trade? Because they
Yes.
getting Uber now. They getting a superstar X Factor on some real shit. At the end of the day, they getting a motherfucking monster at quarterback that we saw do a lot of good things in high school and real life, and then on the game, virtual football, he went nuts at Ohio State.
I'll say yes, and the simple fact that this changes the whole offense. This quarterback sits up sunshine tall, 6'3", 215.
And
Um,
he's mobile enough to get it move around.
he move around, and he's got the rocket, the 96 throw power, with all the accuracy to follow through. So he's definitely got like the opposite of De'Aaron King. 5'11" to 6'3", 92 speed, 84 speed, all the pocket awareness and presence. Like, yeah, he's got a guy. So I would say the Bengals, pending whatever Quinn does for them this year.
King Falky, what's up, kid?
What's going on, bro?
Colin, man, real talking it up, man. We talking about the Jaguars trade with the Bengals. The Jaguars
Oh
give up a
wow.
third round pick. They give up Marvin Harrison Jr. and they give up Trayvon Moorridge, the safety. Now, those players they gave up didn't hurt the Jaguars roster whatsoever. But we're trying to figure out did the Bengals upgrade in that trade with getting Marvin Harrison over there to be the number one receiver.
Yeah, yeah. Marvin Harrison, the dog on the low.
Again, yep, Marvin Harrison is a monster. He just hasn't been used, or you know, what I mean, he's been sitting there rotting away on the Jaguars bench. So now that he's going to be utilized, I think he get it. And then you take that third round pick, and you better do some things to go get Quint Ewers over there, the five-star, the number one rated quarterback in the last draft that we just had. And now you bring him in the building, and you can move forward versus starting over. You still starting brand new because you're playing a rookie quarterback. Simple as that. But it's probably best now because they're not out of the running for the AFC North or making the playoffs this year. It's still early. We in week 6. They do got a big game coming up, but getting the Quinn Ewers in the building is vital for the Bengals in my opinion. All right, let's get back to the transactions and see any other trades that were made that we need to talk about. And we're back here. Let's go trade it. Here we go. So I left that. Just to recap it, De'Aaron King is now a Jaguar, Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trayvon Moorridge is a Bengal now. In the last trade that was made, week 5, this trade was made. Ravens send wide receiver Jahan Dotson, superstar wide receiver, to the Rams for a number 1 pick. How y'all feel about that trade?
It was a good trade for the Rams because he got rid of Josh Van, I believe, right?
Yep, Josh
Last
Van left
year,
and went to the
right?
Texans
The
last
year.
year at the end of the year, and he was his dog over there. So
Yeah.
they re-back up. My question was, they still got John. They had receivers. It wasn't like they was in desperate need of a receiver, or was they? You know what I mean? Because
I think
Osborne been on
he,
this team and never really got any play or to get anything going over there. You bring in Dotson and he becomes your best player, best receiver on this team right now, far as overall right now. So they
he
had
steps
3,000 yard
in.
receivers last year. I think their offense needs to be 3 receivers strong. Could they have survived with Jamon Osborne at 24 years old? I think they could have. But then they go get a
Looking
guy
at
who really was being underutilized at Baltimore, and I think this could be the same situation that happened with the Seahawks when they got uh, my receiver, who I can't remember his name right now. That shit
Darden.
crazy. Darden,
Darden.
Jalen Darden. Jalen Darden left the Ravens, and he had an outstanding year, being a number 2 receiver over here. But does that make Jahan Dotson the number 1 receiver for the Rams, or is it going to be Big Johnny Go Go?
I think it's Johnny as his one, and then he probably has Dodson as his 2 right now. I'm
Yeah, I
thinking
would
that. I
say
think the reason why he traded for him is because I don't think he liked the development in Smith and Osborne because they were still normal and stars. So he said, why not trade for somebody with a trade or something?
Right.
I'm not sure.
There you go, Nano. Now you're talking. Now you're talking smart research football there. That's big time what you just said right now, man. He goes and get him a superstar wide receiver. You know what that means? He got a guy with trade on him now, so it changes things. So makes him his top threat outside of Johnny Wilson. So it becomes the Dotson and Wilson show over here. So I ain't mad at it. And then this team, if history is correct, and we go through what he's been doing, he's a playoff team every year. So he's really giving up a late first, which is an early second, and theoretically speaking. So did he lose anything? I don't really think he did. I think he got him a guy with a trade on him that he can do some things with. So I like the trade. Let's see what he's been doing with him since he's been a Ram.
but this was a week 5 trade.
Three
Week 7.
three receptions, 61 yards so far. Should have been INT intercepted. Did y'all see that catch from Johnny Wilson against the Kansas City Chiefs? Oh,
Wow.
shit. And the Chiefs said it should have been a pick. What we talking about over there? That should have been a pick. Slang sang. Alright, so Johan gotta get adequate with this offense over here. And I think we're gonna have to come back and look at this situation and see what he did the whole year. And if he could become a 1,000-yard receiver over there for them double-digit touchdown guy, the Rams winning this trade. That's your trade market right now. As we slide. We in week 7 right now. We got a big time game against these Bengals. A lot of guys are in their division tour right now. Falk, you started off playing the division fast. I think you played the Broncos twice already and the Chiefs once, right? Out of your division so far?
I played them both twice already.
Played them both twice already?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you knocked the majority of your league out. All that's left is the Raiders in your division. How you looking, Max, when it comes down to
Mine was kind of the opposite. I didn't have a lot of divisionals. I have the Jags, and then the Jags again, and then I'm gonna have Titans, and then Titans now, and then Titans like at the end, and then Texans is 1 week apart. I think it's like 11 and 13 or something like that.
and Nano,
So
you've been
mine was
spending
back end.
you've been spending your tour in the NFC West lately too. Your last 2 games with the Rams
Yeah,
and the
my
Seahawks.
last 2 games was Rams and Seahawks. Rams I won, and then Seahawks missed the time, so I got the force against them.
All right, well,
We got-
we going through our AFC North tour right now. We just played the Cleveland Browns. We gotta go to dirty ass Ohio, fight with these Bengals, and then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers for the second time this season. Go off that bye and then go right back to the dirty ass Ohio again, and gotta play the Cleveland Browns, and then we shooting on the NFC South tour with the Panthers coming up after that. So here we go. We starting to get into those big time games where they start mattering for sure now down the stretch right now, man. So we know what we want to do here. Let's go and look at the standings. With change in the weeks of advance, what has changed? The Bears have came in the league and won 2 straight. AFC North, the battle is now the Ravens are on top of the division at 5-1. Browns are 4-2. The Bengals are 3-2 with the Bengals and the Ravens matching up tonight. Colts 4-2. Texans are 3-2 right now. Jaguars are 2-4. Titans 0-5 right now on vacation. AFC, oh man, let's not slide past by that, man. The Texans at 3-2 right now. Nano, you've played the Texans. Falk, you've played the Texans twice right now. Just a little quick feedback if I can get a little response from either one of y'all about the Texans right now? Are we looking at somebody that can play?
Yeah, he can play,
Yeah.
man. He's definitely a player.
All right,
He
that's
can
what's
play.
up.
He can play, man.
Is he what is he when you played him twice, Falk? What was he good at? Throwing the ball around, throwing the ball, or more of a runner?
I'm just playing football, man.
Just
Just
playing
playing
football. True.
football. He's quality at throwing the ball, running the ball, and playing solid defense. But he don't beat himself too much. So
True.
Rangers gonna go into the game and put 50, points up on him.
I respect that. I respect that. AFC
Quality
East,
play caller, man. Quality play caller.
3-3 Dolphins, Bills 2-3, Patriots 2-3, Jets for 1-5. West 5-0, 5-1, 3-2, and then 0-6 on the Chiefs. And the Chiefs 0-6. Schedule can hurt them a little bit, and being home really not. He ain't really locked all the way back in. He need to get his ass locked back in. Period. Got that quarterback over there. All right, so the new coach has won 2 games. So got the Bears on a 6-game winning streak right now. They undefeated again in the regular season through 6 games. Lions sitting at 4-1. Vikings at 3-3. Vikings just took a loss to that Bears team. And then we go on to the NFC South. 4-2 for the Panthers. Falcons is 3-3. Falcons on a 3-game skid. They started off hot, lost 3 straight. Should we have concerns about that, fellas?
I think he's just getting used to his team. It's his first full season in the league, correct?
Right.
So I think I wouldn't be concerned too much, but I think he should still fight for that division for sure.
Okay.
He just lost. He just took a loss to the Bucks, so
And beat the Bucks the
they
first
split
time.
on. Yeah,
so,
they split
yeah.
on the season. So
All right, that gives Corey 2-4. Man, he's 2 games under 500 right now. NFC East, the Cowboys 5-1. Football team 3-3. Giants 1-4. Eagles are 0-6. The Giants are going to be playing with their new coach for the first time. Now that we advance, we get to see what he can do over there with this Giants team.
Plays
But
the
right
Texans,
now, it's
actually.
between the football team and the Cowboys right now. The D West took his first loss, not playing the game, just missing the time. Simple as that. And in the West, we got the 4-1 Rams. 4-1 49ers is on top of this division this year. 4 straight games. They lose 1, then they go into 4 straight. Rams sitting at 4-2. Actually, the Rams only lost 1 human game. The other one was a forced loss. And then the Cardinals are back at it at 3-2, with the Seahawks being 3-3. Still one of the best, if not the best division of football right here. So we're gonna be able to look forward to seeing how this plays stuff out. Falk, don't you got the NFC West this year?
Yeah, I ain't playing none of them. Well, I got the Seahawks this week.
All right, so you got
Seahawks, hop on, nigga.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Y'all got
right.
some good. I got some good competition coming up. This is gonna be interesting. Oh my God, 2 of the better divisions are playing each other right now. The West and the AFC, and the West and the NFC, both are up against each other this season. Man, it's big. See who gonna win the games over there. Can any of y'all NFC West guys beat any of the AFC West guys? Sweetheart, can I give you this when you go back in the kitchen? Nice. Okay. All right. Bet, bet it up, bet it up right now. Hi. All right, so I'm gonna go to the stats. I want to see some things over here real fast. Now that we advanced, let's see who's week 7 guys. Shador comes back in the building and only incomplete 10 passes, 602 yards, 8 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 carry for 6 yards. Henderson 20 carries, 235 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Eric Ricks, I keep telling you Eli Ricks, my bad. I mean, is it me or we keep seeing Eli Ricks' name on here? 8 tackles, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. And then Brian Mills. Anytime you see Brian Mills, you're gonna get double-digit tackles and a lot of interceptions. And here you go: 11 tackles, 1 sack, 3 interceptions. There your player of the week for week 7. Let's slide over here, see who's doing what, when, where, and how. In the NFL, I go through the top 10. Stanley still on top. Shador jumps back to number 2. Trevor Lawrence falls to 3. Corey Richardson stays at 4. Hudson Card at 5. Eli Stowers sitting here at 6. JT Daniels at 7. Lamar Jackson at 8. Sims at 9. Glass at 10. Touchdown makers. Who's gonna make that break? Stanley and Shador are both sitting on 23 and 20. Stowers, the rookie, with 18. Lamar Jackson, 17. Trevor Lawrence, 16 with 24 picks. Hudson Card, 16. Bam Gorey, 16. Khalid Williams with 14, and so does Garantano with 14. Obviously, y'all know who's leading the league in picks right now. 24 from Trevor Lawrence, and Kevin Harvey with 21. Rushing, let's see who running their guys in the whole world fast. First, Travion Henderson, Hemi Henderson with 114 carries through 7 games. Wheaton got 107 through 7. Trey Sanders for the Panthers, 104. Hanif Anderson, 103. Trey Sherman, 102. They're 100 carries already, guys. Yards wise, we do have 2,000 yard back so far. 1105 from Henderson and 1041 from Wheaton. Neef Buck at 769. Javonte Williams at 716. Michael Carter at 685, and the AI site Anthony Israel at 596, along with Karen Williams, K. Willies. Right now, 14 rushing touchdowns for Hemi Henderson. Wheaton with 12, Carter with 12, tied for second. Neef Buck got 9, AI with 8, tied with Burgers, and Travis Etienne at 8 rushing touchdowns. And at 7, you're dealing with Trey Sherman. 6, you got Javonte Williams, Bijan Robinson, and Lamar Jackson, Kaylan Manuel, and Devin Ford all got 6 rushing touchdowns. In the receiving game, we're looking up. Looks like Burton is having a fucking season. Khalid Burton already got 52 catches on the year, 819. We don't have a 1,000-yard receiver yet, but we're getting close to it. Schwartz with 42, 933 yards. The tight end, Elijah Ariel. This boy do nothing but catch really big passes every game, bro. He be fucking mossing me, bro. Oh my god.
Really big pass.
Really big catches, bro. Like this guy, you can just throw it in his vicinity and he just go get it.
Give me that.
Alright, yards wide. Anthony Schwartz with 933. Khalid Burton with 819. Jalen Waddle 706. Tutu Atwell 689. Tight end Michael Martinez with 677. Henry Ruggs 619. Justin Ross, 594. And then Johnny B. Good 590. Tyreek Black got 582. JT Bolden 556. Touchdowns right now, double digit guys. 11 for Burton, 10 for Schwartz, 10 for Waddle, 10 for Tutu Atwell, 10 for the rookie JT Bolden. Outside of that, Eskridge has 9, and then we got Ross with 8. Defensively, I'm going straight to who winning the league in tackles right now. There's a linebacker, Jay Sean Barham with 47. Tyreek Austin Cave from the Hidden Hood. Hometown hero, 42 of them things. Kaylon DeLoach, Florida State, 42. Jonathan Flo with 41 tackles right now. Tackle for losses, here we go. 9 for Zach Tiller from the linebacker spot. Hufanga with 9, tied for first. Brandon Smith from Penn State travels over the lines. This guy's a monster, 8. Brian Mills from the safety spot with 8. Vita Vey is still holding on with 7. Patty Fisher 7, Dean with 7, Funa 7, and Noah Sewell, the water boy, with 7. Sacks right now, 8 for Rose, jumped in front of for Diggs, but they tied. 7.5 for Myles Garrett. Lane Dixon with 6. Christian Harris, the linebacker from Alabama, with 6. Maze Funa from Oregon with 6. Mike Ware with 6 as well. And you got a bunch of 5.5 to 5 guys. Always go to the AFC when you go to sacks, because you got to go there. Make sure we ain't miss nobody. Nope, we good. NFC as well. Henry Totioto, I didn't see him up there, 6. Alright, that's that. Let's get back to the NFL and look at who is picking the ball off. Shiloh Sanders with 9 picks on the year. Eli Ricks 8. Robert Rochelle 7 for the Broncos. Brian Mills at safety 7. I like the fact that the first 3 are corners right now. Corners playing good. Alex Hall 6 at safety. Akuda 5. Noshawn Wright 5. Derek Stingley 5. Marcus Williamson from Ohio State for the Bills got 5. Martin Johnson got 5. Make sure I ain't miss the name. Saul Hall. Alright. We didn't see, I didn't see James Wiggins, did I? 7. Keaton Ely, Ellis was 6. Akuda got 5, and Noshawn Wright got 5. Alright, so we seen that. That's what we saw out there. Seen that now. Alright, so I said 6 reasons why. Let's get to it. Let's talk about it real fast. Schedule up. And week 7, our matchups go like this: Vikings Lions, big time game, yes or no? And who needs this game more? The Lions at 4-1 or the Vikings on a 2-game losing streak right now?
I think the Vikings.
Vikings.
All right, ready? Let's talk about it, fellas. Give me 6 reasons why the Vikings win the ball game. We'll start there. 6 reasons why the Vikings win the ball game. Look at matchups. Can the quarterback play be one of those 6? Can it be one of those 6s? Quarterback play. Young quarterback at Khalid Williams versus Justin Fields.
Yes.
I'm not this is not the Vikings. We're not picking the Vikings to win. It's strictly 6 reasons why the Vikings will win the game. I'll give you number 1. Number 1, if the Vikings can run the ball and keep the drives going and running the football and get 100 yards or plus production out of Bijan Robinson, will be a reason why they can win the game. That's number 1 in my opinion. Anybody got number 2?
Defensively, making stops, 3 and outs.
All right, so getting that high power offense for the Lions off the field right now, and then keeping Justin Fields under wraps. So that'll be number 2, getting stops. I like that. That's good. They got to get stops on defense, make the Lions go 3 and out. Can we get a number 3?
Making turnovers.
Okay, we can stay there. I mean,
when the Lions turn over the ball, they tend to lose ball games.
Okay, so give me some stats behind that. Is that a known fact, or you pulled that out of your ass? You gotta back up your number 3.
I'm on their schedule now. I'm trying to look at. I'm gonna go look at. Let's start from the beginning. But they played all of their games.
They only got 1 loss, so for you to say that when the Lions, because that means you digging in history. When they turn the ball over, I mean, ain't that what? That's pretty much what anybody. And not playing out what you're saying. I just want you to put your chest in front of that. That's all.
Just in previous seasons, this season, being 4-1. When they played against the Bears with the old Bears user, they do 3 picks, and it was a blowout. This game against the Dolphins, they threw 3 picks and 1 touchdown, and they only won by 3. So they won, yes, but getting a situation like that with the Vikings in your division, they could easily lose that ball game. But
all right, ready? Here's the getting your weapon involved. Here's the Vikings. For the Vikings to win this game, they got to better run the ball. Get your running back involved. 100 yards plus. Got to have at least 2 touchdowns on the ground, in my opinion, for them to win. But get your weapons involved. Khalid Williams is leading the league in catches right now. He's 2nd in the league in receiving yards. He had an outstanding rookie season. Let's follow that up. Make sure he can get the football. You got to better get him matched up in situations where he wins that battle. Right? He got to make some big plays for you, and he got to be able to be part of you keeping the drives going. Right? So I like Khalid Williams. That's a factor in this situation right now. Here's another one for me. That's 4 right there, since you gave 3 as turnovers right now. 4. Whoever has the better defensive line in this game, and I think the Vikings have to prove that they did something for their front 7. Remember, during the draft, we talked about the Vikings had to build that front 7 on defense up. Take a look at it. Dallas Turner, we know he's a dog, a superstar right now. They picked up Mason Nicholas, 79 overall, got good speed. He's a good speed rusher over there. At right end. Andre Anthony's still here. Now, we saw him at D tackle for a while. He's back over at defensive end. They got Travis Shaw, another rookie that they picked up right now. So they addressed that defensive line. So can they play at a high level for him? Janaris Robinson is on superstar. You got some guys over here outside of that. Front 7, Bradley Chubb. Is he going to be a guy with his hand in the dirt? Or you're going to have him at outside linebacker? Because with that 84, 85, that's not going to cut it. He does have high play rec, though. Blackshire, you drafted him. Can you make him make tackles, play at a high level right now? This is part of addressing that front 7. Do they have the front 7 in play right now for them to be able to use that as number 5 to win this game right now? I think they do. but I don't think they have a front seven that can just stand there. You call defenses. I think you got to design some things to get the pressure on the quarterback, and for you to stop the run, you're gonna have to do some things like, you know what I'm saying, like send it or spy quarterbacks and do a lot of different things outside of just calling your play for you to be successful and getting a win. Now, number 6. What's the number 6 reason for the Vikings to win this game? Any of y'all got one for me? Thank you.
Let's see, the 6th
It's easy to me. It's easy to me. Here we go. That secondary got a better lockdown on these receivers. Who do you have over here that can cover a 6'8" receiver? We know the Lions' receiving core is tall and fast, right? So let's look at it. When it comes down to receivers, you look at the Lions, they got 6'8" and fuck out here. 6'4", 227, and Darren Jones is 6'8", 200 pounds. Then, you know, Hamler's still here and Marvin Mims. Do your secondary match up with these receivers? And can you get these guys to be shut down for this game? Look, Shiloh Sanders has 9 picks. He's leading the league in interceptions right now. Can he be that guy to stand in front of one of those 2 top receivers they got over there and lock one of them down? It's hard to lock a 6'8". You can run with him. You could be more athletic than him. He's 6'8" at the end of the day. You understand? 6'8". So can Shiloh Sanders, leading the NFL in INTs right now, shut down the receiver core, one of the receivers over there, along with the kid over here. He got another kid, and Elijah Clark at 6'2". So do you lock up 6'2" on 6'8" and just put Shiloh on fuck out of here, or do you lock up Elijah Clark on 6'8" at 6'2"? That's the big question right now. Now, can these 2 corners shut down the receivers over there for the Lions right now? I think that'll be number 6 for them to win the ball game. If they can, they win the ball game. All right. 6 reasons why. Get back to the schedule and see what's going on over there, cuz. Looking at big games, Bears, Jets. I like this game. 2 unknown players playing each other for the first time. Ravens, Bengals. Okay, Ravens, Bengals. Do we stop here? Let's go Patriots, Pats, and Falcons, Saints, Giants, Texans, Cardinals, Eagles, Jaguars, Titans, Chiefs. I like this game right here. Chiefs, Broncos, Seahawks, Chargers. All right, let's stop here. Let's go Seahawks, Chargers, and then we're going to go Browns, Panthers. 2 big games, all right? All right, Seahawks, Chargers. 6 reasons why. 6 reasons why the Chargers blow the Seahawks out. Anybody got one or two? One for me?
Number one.
Run game gets activated.
Okay.
Big. That's big time. That's big time. Say it again.
I'll go 2.
Run game gets activated.
All right. I like that statement. And most people are going to say, well, you could say that about every game. Nah, here's what I'm saying. The Chargers won their Super Bowl by activating their running back, Najee Harris, who at the moment could be one of the best running backs, if not 1A, 1B, 2. He's the top 3 running back in this league, period. That's underutilized, right? Because they like to fling that thing around the park right now. But for the Chargers to beat the Seahawks, they have to better get Najee going. I think if they gave him anywhere between 15 to 20 carries, you'll never see that in a regular season game out of him. But I think that's the main key to being able to blow them out. Najee Harris is the X factor, and I don't just mean that by trait. He's the X factor of the game at any moment, because the Chargers don't blow you out if they flinging the ball around the park and they not having a good day flinging it. And not having a good day is him trying to make the throws that he know, the right reads, but Madden ain't hearing that shit, and guys holding triangle, whatever the case may be, he turned the ball over 4 or 5 times in the game, and it's a ball game. Or do we let this running back do what he do when he has to do what he do, make him do what he do, and he can blow this team out? I think if Najee can run the ball along with that passing game, this is a blowout. That's number 1. I like that, Nando. Number 2, you had something to say, Max?
All rookie offensive line. or majority rookie offensive line versus that Chargers D line.
Great, great, great 6 reasons why. Number 2, I like that. I like that a lot. So you got the Seahawks who invested in their offensive line. They followed the old Bears coach and grabbed offensive linemen. And they are. I'm gonna be honest with you. They have some good ones. They just young, like you said. Now, so I'll start at the Seahawks first, and we'll go from left tackle to right tackle. And at left tackle, Ronnie Stanley's here, so they got a veteran there. Now, Ronnie Stanley's going to be locked up against Chris Rump. You can help me out here, Nano, and go to the defense of the Chargers front four.
Sure.
Ronnie Stanley's going to lock down on Chris Rump. That's a big task to ask. Don't get it twisted. Stanley's good enough to be able to block anybody in the league, especially with that 97 awareness. He can block anybody in the league. But now you dealing with Ronnie Stanley. I don't see the superstar on him, but I know he's a superstar. Superstar versus superstar, so trait activation is going to be a big thing here. But the problem with Ronnie Stanley, even though he's an alpha male in the league, when you playing rookies, it dumbs your entire offense down. So now Terrence Gray at right guard has to be responsible for Patrick Falk. How do you ask rookies from left guard to center? You kind of good, Khalif Jones here at right guard.
Or Vicky
D. I know we ain't even get to Vicky D yet, because that's going to be the right tackle's task.
Yeah.
Jake Corhan. Now he's not young. He's a right tackle, 99 overall. So that's the matchups. Can Vicky D and can the two Duke brothers give those two veteran linemen hell all game long, or can those guys stand up against them? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you're going to have to draw attention. I don't care about Khalid Jones being at right guard. He's solid as fuck. But you got two rookies at center and at left guard, and they got to deal with Patrick Falk at D tackle, the number 1 D tackle in the league. So I really love that answer right there for them to be able to blow them out. But look, does that mean the Chargers have to be able to get pressure all game long, knowing that they playing 3 rookies?
Yes.
For them to blow them out, I like that. So the first 2 answers I really like. All right, give me a number 3. Is it my turn, or you guys got a number 3 for me?
If I had a 3,
I would say the the Chargers receivers match up well to the cornerbacks of the.
All right, you kind of on the same path as me. Kamara Wheaton is second in the league in rushing. He got 1,000 yards. The Chargers are a top 5 team against the run. All right, so Wheaton is a runner, right? But the Chargers also can stop the run as well, right? So it comes down to this. No more DK Metcalf over here. Is Sean Brown ready to be the number 1 receiver over here? Darden and Justin Jefferson over here, right? So you dealing with these receivers versus the Chargers DBs right now as a whole. The Chargers might got the fastest core of DBs in the league right now. They have one of the top 5 DB. They have the number 1 DB in the league, corner-wise, right? And if you let him tell it, he's going to say he got more than just the number 1 corner league. But let's just call facts what it is. J.C. Horn has been over his 5 to 6 seasons, because he's in season 6 right now. Over his first 5 seasons, he's been the number 1 corner in the league. He's been threatened by a couple of guys, but he's still giving him that to be able to be the number 1 corner in the league. So is Sean Brown ready to be able to win matchups against J.C. Horn? Simple as that. Isaac Taylor-Stewart is one of the fastest corners in the league, and rightfully so. When you go from J.C. Horn, Isaac Taylor-Stewart, and Keely Ringo, you have top 5 picks, top 10 picks. I mean, they all went fast, they all went high, except for Horn. But we're looking at top 5 at their position coming out of the draft. They were in the top 5 coming out of their position. Horn was number 2 on the list. Teller was number 2 on the list, and Ringo was number 1 on the list. So you're dealing with guys that were highly expected to be good players in the league at corner. My question is, if the Seahawks can't run the ball against a top 5 run defense, what happens in that passing game without a DK Metcalf? And I think that's the reason why the Chargers blow the Seahawks out. That's 3. Give me a 4, 5, and a 6, fellas. Let's get to it. 6. All right, I got 4. I mean, we had 3. He go 4. If the Seahawks press, not press like walk your men up and press. I'm talking about they press. If they get down by 14 in this game, do they press And they have to be able to call more plays. I don't think the traditional way of his offense is going to allow. I think Falk will lock in on the fact that whatever he's trying to do, by the third drive of his, he'll have an idea on what he wants to do. And if he's one of those guys that robotically call his plays, meaning he come out and run the same concepts all game long, and we know the Seahawks is known for that. Crossing routes, throw the ball to the running back out the backfield real fast. What changes offense a little bit is that run game. So let's just say the run game shut. Can he throw? Can he find new plays,
like
concepts and things to be able to get him out of trouble? That's my fourth one.
That can definitely be four. Five will be? Will he mimic? Like, okay, will he test Fox? You know what I'm saying? Offensive, like his, his offensive strength. Like, will he line up in the meta and test, like, beat this? You know what I'm saying? Which kind of goes with the DBs things, but like that's more like coaching. Like, is he gonna come out there and really coach like that? Not players. More like, is he not gonna run like real defense versus Fox?
I'll add on to what I'm taking from what you're trying to say. Can he
like
come out? Can he come out and call plays and design some things to be able to put himself in situations? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, to like not get aired by his, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at his receiver. I mean, look at his cornerbacks and look at like the Falcon receivers. Like Nano was saying, it's the same. Like, can you really call plays to like set himself up versus like just calling the same thing? Kind of what you were saying, but like the defensive side.
Yeah, that's kind of on the same kind of conversation with, as I just said, with three. So we'll go here. Is DJ Ugalele better than Shador Sanders? Shador Sanders coming off a Super Bowl as a rookie. Is Shador Sanders really that guy, or do you put him in a situation and make him show us that he can lead the team? Because guess what? Shador didn't win the Super Bowl for him. Shador didn't even win playoff games for him. Najee Harris won the games for him in his defense, right? So can Shador Sanders show that he's better than DJ Ugalele? Simple as that. We've seen DJ Ugalele win games. Flat out. And in the one game we started to see Shador turn the corner this season to win, the guy quit the game and Gray lose the second round pick in it. So that got erased, right? So we didn't get to see it yet. Is DJ Ugalele better than Shador Sanders? Simple as that. Who's going to have the better quarterback play on the field? If Shador comes out and he can play football and he looks like how he had Herbert looking at, and that means he's going to make plays, right? So who's better? And I say this: the blowout happens if you show DJ. I mean, the blowout don't happen if you show DJ Ugalele as a better quarterback than Shador. At 5, do we got a 5 here? Anybody got a 5? 5, 5, 5. Me 5. We go 5, 5. Here we go. Make Falk throw the football. Simple as that. The more he throw the football, the more chances he take, the more times you get turnovers. Simple as that. If you can't make Falk throw the football, because they're the flip side of that. If Falk throw the football comfortably, you get blown the fuck out, and that's 6 reasons why you're gonna get blown the fuck out. That's why I didn't say that
one. That's yeah, that could be a double negative. I was like,
And number 5. That was number 5. And number 6, I'm sorry. And number 6 for the blowout Chargers. What can they do to blow this guy out? Make big time coaching decisions. You get in the red zone, you might not score on down 1, 2, or 3. Don't take your chances. Don't call some things down there. Like, don't get down there in the red zone and 3 straight passes. Don't get down there and make decisions. You might have to kick a field goal this red zone trip. Because not making that field goal, throwing a pick in the red zone turns momentum and stops the blowout. You could be up 14-3 at this point, and you like, damn, I could put him away right here, 21-3, and you get the third down and throw a pick. Or do you just go ahead and play safe enough to get points in the red zone versus forcing it? That makes a lot to me, because it comes back down to Shador Sanders showing us he's all the way ready to go. We've seen Falk get in moments where, it gets down to, damn, bro, you threw the ball all 4 downs down here, or 3 downs, and threw the pick. Why you didn't kick that field goal? Get in the moment of coaching. If he wants to blow out, he got to coach a good game for him to blow him out. You guys like that one? That's a good one.
Yep.
Was that 5 or was that 6?
6.
That was 6. That was my 6 reasons why for the Chargers Seahawks game. So we disrespectfully saying that we going, and no bullshit. We disrespectfully saying Chargers are gonna blow the motherfucking Seahawks out. Like how I did that. Damn, A1, where you at, bro? We kind of playing you out. AFC West 1, NFC West 0. Let's go back to that last game I was talking about. I wanted to talk about. Hold up, where is it at? Let me get over here. League. Schedule. League schedule. It was down at the bottom, and it was this matchup right here. Here we go. Where you at? Let me find you.
Underneath that game,
There you go.
game.
Browns Panthers. All right. We're gonna do it like this. We're not gonna pick a team to win and say 6 reasons why the Panthers win, 6 reasons why the Browns win. Let's say 6 reasons why either one of these teams can win the ball game. Who got anybody want to go first? Who's number 1?
Unfamiliar there. I mean, being unfamiliar with
Great number 1, bro. Oh my God, took it right off my tongue. I was going to say that shit. No homo. I was just going to say that. I like that. They unfamiliar territory. Neither one of these guys know each other. We never saw this matchup before. They never seen each other play. I damn sure know the Browns ain't see the Panthers play yet, unless he was on home. Simple as that. Unfamiliar territory though right now, so that means that both of their playbooks are wide open. You understand how effective that's going to be with this game. Usually when you get that results in the points being scored. And if the Browns can run all, like he come out of a game playing me twice a season, and guys that's watching him play, it's hard for him to run everything he likes to run. Well, against the Panthers, it's unknown territory. You get to run what you want to run, but the Panthers on the flip side, you have no idea who he is, what's his identity, what he like to do. Same thing. I like that. Number 2.
Assuming, I haven't really studied the Panthers. I studied the Browns. They're both playoff teams, so like their rosters are good and their users are good. Well, the Panthers got robbed of the playoffs like once or twice, if I'm not mistaken. But they both like asserted like dominant win seasons. So they got good teams. So either one of them can win the game like because of that. Honestly.
All right, so you saying good rosters, good teams, either one of them
roster and a good
because
user. Because I mean, a good roster is one thing, but they like the Panthers went to the playoffs once, and then they got robbed once, so they really should have went twice. The Browns have been to the playoffs like 4 years now, so like these guys aren't like just here. You know what I'm saying? They're active with their rosters. They're tapped in with their teams. Like it's gonna be a good matchup. They know who their guys are. It's not really like one of the matchups where like, oh yeah, he's got to learn his team or something like that.
All right, we could take that. Number 2. I mean number 3.
Yeah, to these rosters
I got one for you.
The quarterback, whoever gets the most three and outs and sacks the quarterback, gets pressure on the quarterback, makes them make mistakes.
Quarterback play.
So we so we talking about D line play or front 7 play on defense? Front 7 play.
Yeah.
All right, I mean, I like the Browns in that department. I think the Browns front 7 is better than the Panthers front 7.
Like
so that to me that would get the Browns the upper hand. All right, that's number 2. Number 3. No, that was number 3. Number 4. I mean, I'm sorry.
I think quarterback play. This is his 2nd year. Lance, this is his. Oh, it's his 5th year. Okay, but 3rd year with the user. So I mean, like inside, which quarterback can like be dominant? They're both mobile quarterbacks, dual threat quarterbacks with weapons. You know what I'm saying? Receiver weapons and tight end weapons. So I think it'll be interesting to see like which offense can just kind of be superior in the matchup with the running backs. Don't let me forget the running backs. It's my fault. And the return of Puka to the old team.
All right.
I don't know if he plays Puka, but
all right, number 5. Here you go. I'm gonna go here for the Browns. Browns got to show like he got a good backfield, bro. He got a good offensive line and a good backfield. I gotta see good play out of the running backs here. I think when the Browns get forced into throwing the ball all game long, he's destined to throw turnover, especially if you lock up man with him. I want to see what they can do in the run game. Here's the problem. You got dogs in the backfield. Nick Chubb is still here. He's still in your possession to better do some things. But I'm going to go through your schedule, and let's just talk about a few things real fast.
DeMarcus Bowman a dog, too.
He got two dogs.
Yeah,
He drafted a superstar, and and the other Henderson. But let's go Browns. Here's the thing, man. I like his running back. They're not slow. They fast. They both on ability. But there's not no consistency there. I haven't seen him consistently rush for 100 yards a game in a long time. Damn near since season 1. All right, so let's look at it. Steelers game. Let's see what the running back play happened over there. Look at, we talking about 9 carries, 71 yards, 7.9. He was having a good day, and Henderson was too, 9 for 66. So here's a good, like, you look at these numbers, you add these two up, that's pretty good running out of the two running backs I just was talking about, DeMarcus Bowman and Emmanuel Henderson. I want to see a lot more of this, right? So that proves what I was talking about there. Titans game. Huh?
I'm on the next game. I'm
All
on
right.
the next game against the Bills. DeMarcus Bowman had 3 attempts for 34 yards, 11.3 average, and Emmanuel Henderson had 10 attempts for 6 yards.
And that right there is the reason why Mike took him to 20 to 14. Simple as that. Mike lost his game by 6 points. And that's because he no run game. Probably was throwing the ball around the park, and I'm quite sure if you went to interceptions, he threw a lot of them.
Let's see. He threw 2 interceptions.
That's all. All right, ain't bad. All right, so the Bucks, they didn't play. Steelers game, come back and get a 60-16 win here. Did he run the ball in this game? I'm all over it. Let's see what the rushing attack look like. Just go with the Browns right now, and no real run game out of these guys. 5 and 2 carries. So he has 7 runs between both his running backs right now. Not enough carries for them to be productive. The average is 7 yards, and one even averaged 15 yards a carry, but we just didn't give the ball to him that much. Again, I think if the Browns can show they can consistently rush for 100 yards between their two running backs, it changes a little bit of their offense. It changes a little bit of their winning going on right now. You get to the Ravens game, you got the stats there, Nano?
Yep, 12 attempts for 27 yards, 2.3 average with Henderson. Bowman had 1 attempt for 3 yards.
Yeah, so you got to get these guys the football. Simple as that. They're there for a reason. They both superstar traits on them. They really good running backs with good speed, develop serious. So got to get these guys carries, man. I want to see him, you know what I mean, total of 20 carries between two running backs. Can you consistently do that in the next 3 to 4 games? Number 6 on 6 Reasons Why. I got you. What Panther team gonna show up? The Panther team that put 60 on somebody, or the Panther team that gets 60 put on him? Who is the Panthers again? We go back to who he is right now. What is their offensive identity? Honestly, if you really pay attention, and you just go look at numbers. Their offense go between two running backs. It's really the McCaffrey and
I just looked though.
Trey Sanders show.
Go look at Puka. Puka has the same amount of carries as McCaffrey. That's what I was gonna say. He is inserted now. He's using 3 running backs, and when he has 2 or more running backs going, he's had big wins. Like his big games his game against the Bucks, where he blew him out twice. Well, I think he blew him out once and then beat him by like a touchdown the other time. He had like 150 yards between 2 backs. I think it was Puka one time with Trey Sanders. Another time it was Christian McCaffrey with Trey Sanders.
Yeah, they picked up McCaffrey back out of free agency, so that tells you how important it was to have the two-headed monster right there. That tells me you go back and get Christian McCaffrey. Puka wasn't the answer for you at this point. You needed Christian McCaffrey to go back to that style of offense. But I think if they running the ball, if they rush for 200 yards or more, they blow the Browns the fuck out. Simple as that. But again, that Browns fucking front 7, bro, with Myles Garrett and them up front, and that linebacker core, bro, they are very explosive loaded. With the front 7. They're loaded there. So you know what I mean, good luck. But that's our 6 reasons why, man. Tune in. We got games going to get played for sure. And here's the franchise guru. You already know the Madden franchise junkie crew do what we do. Holla at us.